Nice. All right, real quick, welcome back everyone to another episode of Just Boolin. This is gonna be a chill, just us bullshit, talking about whatever we want episode. Main focus is gonna be sci-fi movie remakes. But Sketch was just about to tell me about the uh
Oh,
Helldivers patch, and I never get a chance. We talk about it all the time, I never get a chance to record it, but this man loves him some fucking Helldivers. Okay, so tell me about the patch.
well, it's a pretty good patch. It's the 60-day patch they were talking about. They did delay it for a couple days just because they don't update on the weekend. They're very considerate about that. They don't want to update it when people are having the most fun and like
You know
down the
what?
system.
How considerate is that?
Bro, I'm telling you, the for all
Fortnite
the
does something similar because they update on like Thursdays
yeah,
and Wednesday nights, Thursdays. They never on a weekend.
for all the bullshit that people talk about, I'm telling you, man, Arrowhead's got that shit on lock. But they're closing out their plan, and it's a huge patch. What's crazy for me is that a lot of this comes on the back of like quality of life things for like weapons,
Hmm.
big weapon handling. For those looking for buffs to the AR, unless you're looking at the adjudicator or the liberator carbine, you're not going to see much buff there. Those two rifles to get buffs, especially the adjudicator, it went from 80 to 90. Had a bit of an ergonomics shift, a little bit of durable damage uptick, but the Liberator carbine, the one that came with the Viper Commandos, got a bit of a ergonomics up to make it a little bit more wieldly. But
Okay.
the biggest change came to like the Purifier and the Scorcher, the plasma weapons. So you play Space Marine, you know the plasma incinerator that you use.
Yes.
Okay, that's how they got the Purifier working now, which is what I said immediately. I said that shit when I picked up the fucking weapon originally in fucking Helldiver. I was like, this should work like a plasma gun in fucking Warhammer. Like it should work like the plasma incinerator. Why is it charging up like this? Like you should be able to rapid fire. And then when they talked about passion, it was like I said the same thing. I've said this multiple times. Um, so they finally did it. It quick fires at 75. If you charge it up, it shoots at the regular damage for the bolt itself is like 200, and the explosive damage is 300. It's as far as I know, it's still medium pin. Um, the Scorcher is light pin. The Scorcher is now automatic and has been the magazine has been up from 15 to 20. And I think it they took a magazine away from it from the capacity. But those two things, like immediately, because you with the Scorcher you can kill most things like as long as you were good with it because it was semi-auto at first. But
Okay.
now it's fucking fully auto. You can my favorite thing to do with the Scorcher was to tap the back of the cannon turrets because they're fucking nuisance. But you can blow it up because you can hit the vents with the explosive bolts. But you would have to sit there and tap, 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 tap like a fucking scout rifle. But now that it's automatic with a good rate of fire, which has been up to I didn't look at that. I was too excited, but it's got a good rate of fire. I think it's been up by like I want to say at least 30 rounds per second. Don't quote me on that, but yeah. Other than that, the autocannon and the recoilless rifle have been given alternate programmable ammo. So now they shoot flak. Or the autocannon shoots proximity triggered flak. So kind of like the eruptor. And the recoilless rifle, now you can switch the ammo to be um, high explosive. So it's topical instead of piercing, armor piercing. And watching it, a couple of the YouTubers work it. The difference is with the regular recoilless rifle shot, you can blow up a bot fab or a drop ship. With the alternate mode, you can't. but the explosion now has a wider area of effect now, and it's good at clearing trash mobs, which is exactly what we want it for. Like we want that utility on both these weapons because with I use the autocannon a lot on bug missions, or at least I did before all the weird bugs and stuff like that started happening. The bugs out that were happening in the meta started affecting the end game bugs. So yeah, so I'm happy to to go back to the bug side on that. I'm happy to go back to hunting stalkers again.
You see, y'all see, you see Arrowhead Game Studios, Sony Entertainment. This is the man you need to be listening to. Find the podcast, hire this man for your R&D, and he'll tell you what we need in these games, man. When I tell you, look, this is nothing. They ain't started updating Space Marine 2 yet, and he waiting for it. I know he is.
Oh man, I have
He's
been all
done.
over their patch
He's
notes.
done everything. He's seen everything, and he is waiting for that next juicy bit of content. I can't wait. He's gonna be like, "Let's go," and that's gonna be the point. So I'm gonna put this out there now. I know you're gonna know when the patches come. I need hey, look, the patch is out in a week.
Word.
Said, okay, because that means content drop. I means I need to get my my level up a little bit more than it is, and I don't want to be
Well,
straggling behind while you.
well, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you now. You might want to get onto it because they got a patch gearing up now. It's in the works for the bolt weapons. We don't know when it's coming out, but they are in talks for it because the bolt weapons are kind of pitiful. We just had a big patch a couple weeks ago for quality of life and things like that. Like they fixed the Melta and a couple other things. Um, but I have been maining I main the Vanguard, but I've been boosting my tactical, and
I saw you streaming tactical. Yeah,
I have noticed that people want to say that the melter rifle is a crutch because it was overhealing people, but the honest to god truth is the fact that it allows you to clear mobs and get contested health back. The perks of your character is what really gives you the hacks and really makes the melt to shine. Um, the same way with the chainsword. If you look at some of the perks for the chainsword, it's the reason why people like use it a lot because you can get back contested health so quickly. Um,
that heavy. That what's that?
the chainsword.
No. What's the one that I
Oh,
like?
the oh, you like the sniper.
Power sword. Power
Oh,
sword.
oh yeah, the power. Oh man, that thing is nice. They fixed the bug with that too, where they were people were not able to do combos because they were naturally pressing forward while doing their button commands. For whatever reason, there was a bug in the game where if you did that, you couldn't do more than the first couple swings of the basic combo.
You know
But
what?
they
That
fixed.
man, I definitely need to get back on and play them because I did have issues with just feeling like I was just doing the same combo over and over again. It
Yep.
was fun still, but what I would do is I would just switch to heavy mode and use that for a little bit.
Uh huh. And they also fixed the AI a bit too. So now they start to focus some of the other enemies and will also execute instead of just leaving you to execute every enemy.
The
Um,
AI will finally execute now.
yeah,
I
bro.
feel like they did that on purpose. I feel like they put that in there. The AI help is what it is, but the AI is like, okay, dude, I set them up for you. You come and you do the big bad. But
Yeah,
that
but
that that wears off after a while, and it's like, come on, now I got to run
yeah,
all the way fucking back there and fucking execute this fucking
the
dude.
it's great for low level play, like when you need the help. But in high level play, when you have a specific play style and you're like everywhere on the because the thing is about 360 combat. Anybody who plays any of the Warriors games or any kind of hack and slash game, where it's like you're facing waves, you know about 360 combat. So you know like at some point in time you're gonna nail down a play style that allows you to traverse the battlefield and you like those executable enemies you need like sometimes you need somebody to take care of it or you to deal with it like either or like you need some kind of help and the AI was just not of help like they would to the detriment of like they would focus the minorous enemies but there's a fucking neurothrope in the air and both the heavy and the assault are focusing the minorous enemies
I
like
thought it was
around.
so funny that you didn't have audio on your thing because that's sometimes watching your that's sometimes watching your
bro.
Watching your stream, where I could tell when I played with you how frustration you could almost see your character drop his shoulders when you get knocked down from behind and you got to worry about shit in the air.
Brother. Oh my goodness. Also, the quality of life for the randos has gone up a little bit too.
Because I would think now, man, it's people who want to play the game left and people who are serious about getting that mission done and protecting their brothers.
yes,
So
yes, a lot. I have yet to come across a group of all blood angels. We almost did the other.
you
Was
had
it
two.
last night? I think it was last night. I was off. I wasn't. Wait, what did you say?
It was two. You had two in the party.
No, I only had one in the party. It was I had another blood angel with me and a blood raven. And I was like, ah, you son of a bitch! You just want to steal my knowledge. Why can't you just be cool and be a blood angel? God damn. There's a cinematic out there. I fucking love it, but it's an ultramarine in a car, rolling up. It's a meme of another like another famous movie scene or whatever. But he rolls up, and there's two blood ravens on the corner, like talking to each other, and the fucking ultramarine rolls up and looks at him out the window, and they look back at him, and the ultramarine clicks and rolls up the window. It's fucking great because the fucking blood ravens are known in canon for like for stealing shit, like taking like valuable artifacts and things like that for knowledge. Like they have a thirst for knowledge. Most of the to figure out where the fuck they came from because they don't know who their gene sire is, but they just hoard knowledge like fucking magpies.
I have to find the closest I could think is that you ever seen that damn 50 Cent meme when he pulls up in the car, he looks over, then he laughs at you, then he pulls off.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So maybe something similar to that, man. Yeah. All in all, man, I will tell everybody who's listening, man, the game has been super fun. Like I'm not a grindy person. I will need to actually. I just spoke on it. I will need to because we got the like content coming up. But
Hmm.
I enjoyed every minute of playing.
Oh, bro, absolutely. And I understand it. I understand it. Not everybody's cup of tea. They are adding a new mission for operations. Um,
When
and that will be coming next year. It'll be coming early next year, along with Horde mode, which I'm a big fan of. Anybody who played Ghost Recon, especially Ghost Recon Future Soldier, I loved Guerrilla mode. I wore the fuck out of that disc. I remember the summer I bought that thing. I stayed in my room. I put on I'm a pirate, so I do pirate shit. I uh I downloaded each of the songs that were on the NBA Street Volume 3 soundtrack to like the on disc versions made by EA Tracks. I put that bitch on repeat and I played Guerrilla mode from the time that school let out until I had to go back. 100 waves. Every 10 waves, there was a helicopter and light trucks. And past, I think it was past level 80, or no, it's past 87 was where it was mostly the Spetsnaz. So they were all invisible. You had to have your fucking magnetics or you had to have um, your heat vision on. And I beat that beat even with that bitch ass 417. Fuck that. I'm a TAR 21 boy anyway. Fucking Tavor all day. But even with that bitch ass 417, and what was it? I had there's a P yeah fucking 417 and a P228 and some fucking incendiary, some thermanes. Fuck that shit up by my lonesome too, by myself. I was poor, so I ain't have no like no fucking internet connection. So I did that shit by my lonesome.
You better, man. My online that stuff is just, I have to be somewhat like designed to play with people. Otherwise, I'm not just because I don't trust people. I don't trust other people. I don't trust other people to play like I want them to play. Not want them to play, but play like the game's supposed to be played. We can have fun and still be this griefing and all this other extra shit these kids do these days.
Oh yeah,
They want to jump in. I hear my son talk about on some there's this game called Animal Company or something like that. So basically what it is there's a bunch of people on a map, people are gathering things, but what you can do is you can like jump scare or kill people to a degree, or when they put their bags down, they gotta wait for them to get picked up. So you can run and steal everybody else's bags and whatever. And I said, so what's the fun in that? After a while, okay, yeah, that's funny. And I just stole all these people's things or whatever. Now they got to go and do it again. That's funny, like once or twice. Like who gets or goes out of their way to get online and grief people on purpose or to ruin someone's session by just not. And I've seen you even people who play with people on Space Marine who will just kind of just like dragging along because you waiting on them.
bro. Yeah.
So all that shit's weird to me. I feel like shit. This episode just could be like gaming online fucking interaction or whatever. Online interaction with fucking people these days, in my opinion, is ridiculous.
Oh, bro. Online
Me,
engagement is it's weird. It's weird.
you and I come from a stage in gaming where voice chat was new. You know, when Xbox Live came out and PSN Live and people were actually chatting with each other over the
Yeah.
internet, it was because outside of that, it was all chat, and you can only imagine
Mhm.
what's in some of those chat logs of those older games because
Oh, bro.
people ain't changed. But the voice stuff came. I imagine not hearing a single other person in Call of Duty because you can't hear the N word said so many fucking times in a 30-second span in between Call of Duty lobbies.
Yeah, like
And the reporting back then don't mean shit. Who gonna say what? They weren't logging that shit. They weren't paying attention to that
I
shit.
I
Well, I mean, I guess they say now. I saw this article that said that they were supposed to leak um Xbox Live party chats or PlayStation voice chats or whatever. And people were nervous, and I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah,
yeah,
I've
you
been seeing
should be nervous, motherfucker,
I've been seeing
because
that
that
shit for years. Yeah,
I
there
know
been
some
some
shit. I know some shit was said. I've heard some shit on
Xbox
my own.
kids. I didn't even have online for the most part, unless I went to a friend's house. But I know Xbox kids were notorious for the N word. I don't know what it was, but on Xbox specifically, Xbox was known to be the racist online space.
It. You know what? I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. I had the Xbox 360, and I'll take it back. I was PlayStation everything forever. PlayStation. Up in that point in my life, the PlayStation 3 was out. I had a PlayStation 3, and then that was it. Fuck Xbox. It literally was my stance. Fuck Xbox.
Right.
But what I got for Christmas was a brand new Xbox 360 and Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. So I'm not gonna not play it.
Right.
I booted up. I'm playing, having a great time, obviously, whatever. And then so literally, this is Christmas. So literally Christmas. I'm
Mhm.
playing Call of Duty and I'm hearing people being called the N-word here. I'm talking about little kids. So you sitting there telling me you got a little kid sitting in a living room because back then people didn't have their own room. A whole lot of people didn't have their own rooms and shit like
Yeah.
that. Or own spaces where like you couldn't hear what someone was fucking doing. So you got these little kids sitting in the living room. You got these little kids sitting in their bedroom door open. You got these little kids sitting in their grandma's house playing the game. These kids sitting over their friend's house, a bunch of them sitting around, and they all yelling it and they all screaming it. You about your mother, this, that, and the
Mhm.
other, pussy, this, asshole, that, dick, this. And they were just these were kids. And
Yeah.
so those kids turn into the motherfuckers who go on and make usernames with the word in it. Those are the
Yeah.
ones that say it casually. But I tell you what it is they're smart now. Like now, the ones that get too upset and they can't they forget to hold it in are the ones that say it. And so
Yeah.
those are the ones that you see lately. Those are the ones you see getting caught. Those are the
Well,
ones that are getting canceled here lately because they slipped.
well,
That's
that's because it's not as inflammatory now. You got to remember, like the reason why these kids are saying it most of the time comes out of frustration, but not because of any real place of hate, because they know these things are crazy. All like we have a very specific friend um that says like very wacky things um and like very off the wall. He's what's crazy is um just to kind of to brag on a moment, the dude in question, we're never gonna say his name, but the dude in question um is one of the nicest guys you've ever met in your life. Will literally give you the shirt off his fucking back, despite being what I deem chronically ill at times. Like he has some health issues. God bless him. Um, but he is just the salt of the earth kind of person. You would never know it talking to him because he says the most off the wall skibbity toilet type shit, and is
geez,
just
if I hear one more skibbity toilet,
like for those old enough to know, he is basically a walking the whitest kid you know skit.
walking with
Like
all that
he,
skibbity riz, that
oh my
Ohio
god!
riz.
But he's hilarious at the same time though. But it's those kind of people who don't know how to turn it off. Those are the
But
people that
racist.
are, yeah, they're slipping up, and it's that kind of stuff nowadays that people are into. They use that kind of inflammatory stuff. They're the ones using it. The people who are internalizing it, the people that it hits them off guard. That's who we're catching now.
Yes, we're catching the people who want to get online and expect a good, wholesome experience, some healthy competition, and just want to get online and play. They get online and play. They jump in a lobby, and someone's telling them to go eat a fucking dick, you fat whatever the blah 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 blah
Yeah,
blah whatever, and they're like, holy fucking shit! Why are they talking to me like they don't even know me? But there's this fucking uh shit. Ugh, I cannot find it. It's a Penny Arcade comic, and I reference arcade. I reference it all the time. Hold on.
while
Hold
he's
on.
finding that, I will say I will play devil's avocado in the other direction. I am of the fucking trash talk, fucking
Trash
Call
talk
of
is
Duty lobbying
fine, but
generation.
not
So
the
I will say at the same time, it has to be said because of
man.
who has taken over who has taken over the spaces now, because of the fact that we are so politically correct on social media and social media is everywhere now, the skin has gotten a lot thinner. I will say that because I just me personally listen to some of the stuff that I hear people get called out for online and in comment sections and stuff like that, and I'm like, y'all would not survive.
Oh, so you're saying we're from the our path in this, our phase dealing with this.
Yeah,
We learn to if we don't want to deal with it, we mute it. We report it, mute it. If we don't want to
exactly.
see it, we remove that from our visual. We don't see it
Be-
again. What I have
Because
it people what I feel like people do is what you're correct me if I'm wrong is they see something said about them or towards them and they can't let it go.
they see something said about somebody who's not even really connected to them. They're so offended on behalf of somebody else. They're so ready to jump on some moral high horse about something, and it's either because they're ready to jump on that or because they're just butthurt and they're using it as a scapegoat. The problem is you have too many people now who are ready to use that as a way to just shut people up, and that's not how free speech works. That's not how the exchange of ideas work. Um, Nobody said like the online spaces is a nice place. In fact, it's not supposed to be. It is purely a space where you gain information and you converse, especially in places like online chat lobbies where you're fucking competing against people. What do you expect? Now, do you should you face like constant random abuse that is like heavily targeted and like, you know, no, but at the same time, there's a level of lawlessness that you have to understand goes on in these spaces, and it's something that's just acceptable, like it has to be.
Yeah, yeah. And what we mean
Other
by acceptable is shit talking is shit talking. Everyone's gonna talk shit, but every people's families, people's race, people's
oh,
gender, all that shit can be left out of it, and you can still talk shit all day long.
and you know what? I'll even take it a step further. I know Saint won't, but I'm a needs must kind of person. Sometimes you have to be able to let go of a bit of aggression online in order to function. Otherwise, we wouldn't have these fucking games and shit like that where we bash each other's face and shoot each other from across the map or in front of each other. Like, we are actively doing Tom and Jerry things to each other online all day, and we're surprised at the fucked up shit we say to each other. Really? Like, you're like, I'm a person that lives by the golden rule, right? Now, very few people do this. Like I'm I'm very considerate. Like I'm like anxiously considerate of certain things just because I hold them close to my chest, so I won't do them. I intrinsically know not to expect people to do that. If more people would just take that stance about how they feel about the shit they hear, it would be it would be just great. Saint knows how much I hate the fucking the third wave and fourth wave feminism and shit like that. Like I fucking can't stand it. But unless it's thrown in my face in some like weird obtuse way, like in like a weird writing moment or something like that, I can usually just gloss over it. Like what I don't understand is why people can't do the same thing with literally everything else, especially in like in these online spaces in gaming. Okay, somebody called you an N word, but you're a white kid from Montana. Why does this suddenly have to become like an SJW moment? Because you have that one black friend who, let's be honest, is mixed anyway. Like, what are we really doing here? Are you really fighting for the motherland, or are you just feeling some type of way? Like, if I hear somebody say the C word, I'm not gonna get mad for all my white friends all of a sudden. I'm gonna, call that person out and be like, hey, calm down with that. But I'm not going
Yeah.
on some kind of crusade. And if need be, I'll just mute that person. Like it's really easy. Now,
Here, here,
if it comes to the point where you are constantly bullied inside of this space, then at that point you need to reevaluate whether you want to be a part of that space or not. But the biggest thing is you can't make the whole space change because you're uncomfortable with the part of it.
I agree with that. This is what I found: the
Mm,
Greater Internet Fuckwad Theory. A normal person, anonymity plus an audience equals a total fuckwad.
yes, yes. The problem is this minus the audience. This is necessity.
No, no, no. The audience is still there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
social media. Social media
Oh,
is the audience.
well, yeah. What I mean is for like normal person plus anonymity plus a game equals stress relief. It's the same concept as one of those like eyes wide shut parties where they like have the mask on like that.
I see your point. I see your point in this and what they're designed and what they're for, and
Yeah,
I understand about because
and they should
you and
always
I
be
are,
regulated.
but you and I are a. They shouldn't be. Some people just super
Oh yeah,
sensitive.
yeah, yeah. Some people are very much super sensitive. My thing is, we shouldn't let those people dictate the course of the hobby itself.
That I agree
That's
with 100%. I don't. I
that's the
feel
main.
like it's like someone coming into like I was because I've been thinking about magic a lot lately. I don't fucking know why. Um, but it's like someone coming and playing magic for the first time and don't like the rules, and then they want them to change so the game is easier for them.
Yeah, yeah. For another analogy, somebody who bought a car, drove for 6 months, and then got in a really bad wreck. and then all of a sudden, for the rest of their lives, they're not going to get in a car again. They're going to tell everybody that they know that cars are fucking dangerous. Never get in one. I'm not going to listen to that person. I'm going to listen to the person that got in the car, had a wreck, got back in one, learned how to fucking drive.
that's that's
Does
a
that,
double
that
that's a double sided coin because that situation can end up all kind of ways. But I get
right? But you get the basic gist of it though. Like even if they don't know how to drive, like they're not the perfect driver. I'm definitely gonna listen to them over the person who just had a wreck and then decided never to get in one again because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But yeah,
trying to figure
online
out.
gaming, online gaming culture has gotten definitely weirder. But I think just reading the reading the market on the walls, the writing on the walls. It looks like it's starting to clear itself up a little bit. Um,
It comes in waves. Right
yeah,
now, like so, everything comes in waves of what people's focusing on and what people's whatever. Like something's gonna happen where that's gonna be what's most important. That's gonna be what's most offensive. That's gonna be what's most whatever.
it
Like
not
it,
gonna lie,
it-
it looks like this the rise of like these hyper masculine presenting games nowadays. Like you got Helldivers, you have God of War, which also we were talking about Kim Belair earlier. I want to make it known before you watch the video. Remember now, Sweet Baby was part of Spider-Man 2 and God of War, the second God of War. Both of them actually. Um, both of which the second installation of each game was rated lower than the previous one.
I thought Spider-Man 2 was great.
I thought it was too. I watched my roommate play it. I was
I don't
also
remember anything shoved in my face in Spider-Man 2.
it it would I will say in Spider-Man it was definitely less obtrusive, and I think that's to their credit. If I'm being honest, those two games are should be what the that game studio should be known for. That's what they should be doing.
Spider-Man games.
Yeah. Um,
Need a fucking Superman game, like a legit Superman game.
they're working on it. They are working on it.
There's a demo. There's this demo you can download right
Yeah.
now that you can play fucking fly around as Superman right now. It is fun. You fucking ground pound, you tear the ground up when you fly off. I All you do is fly around. That's it. And I want to fucking get that again. There's a couple games on Steam that are similar to one that's just called like 7 days or 9 days. You get put on this planet and literally your job to fly around and fight things and punch things and shit and power up because in 9 days this super powerful being comes. You have to fight that being. And there's another one like Powered that's I think that's called that's coming out and you're just a superhero. But there's a whole
Okay.
lot of shit coming out here recently. My main focus is gonna be a Quiet Place game coming out with a
Word.
with a mic attachment. The mic features you got to have your mic on. Well, there's a feature to have your mic on, so any real sound is uh is detected by the. It's not a Demogorgon. They're called Death Angels. Did you know that?
What the Quiet Place? Yeah, yeah, yeah. The Quiet Place, the Death Angels, and the isn't the Tomorrow War the White Spikes?
White Spikes. White Spikes has a cool name.
Oh, bro,
Death
yes.
Angels. I mean, I guess if I say it enough time.
I can't wait to you to get deeper into Warhammer. There are some crazy fucking creatures in Warhammer,
Listen,
both in
I was
30K
gonna
and in 40K.
I was gonna say I think I want you to find me some good lore videos that you even watched, and we could watch those and comment on those.
Oh, absolutely. I am so down for that. I'm actually getting ready to make another video. I'm making a note of it right now. Um, I make Warhammer related videos on TikTok. I'm gonna be posting them to YouTube here soon as well. Just kind of like themed videos, inspiring videos, that kind of thing. I do the same thing for Warhammer for sorry Helldivers as well. Um, I've been playing a lot of Warhammer, and I've been having a few technical difficulties, so I haven't been doing the Helldivers as much. But that's coming. I'm getting ready to do that again soon as well. Um, but in that, I definitely wanted to include Oculus Imperia
Okay.
as in one of my TikTok or one of my Warhammer videos, just because
Don't forget to tag
he
him.
oh yeah, absolutely. Just
Oh, to
because
have him talking and telling. Ooh, I already see that vision.
yeah. Um just as a tribute, I'm not monetized yet. Hopefully I hope to get monetized, but if I ever do, I definitely give him all credit. Um I found Warhammer at a point where, I'm still going through a lot, but um at a rough point, and it's helped me out immeasurably with therapy. Um, and his videos were what drew me into it immediately. Like I was already sniffing around. I had been early on into it through a friend of mine. We started playing, but listening to his videos, it's I've talked about it before, but it's yeah,
That's
a
what's
whole
up,
lot
man.
to him.
That's what's up, man. I know, and people. It's the internet now. People will see that. You'll see that. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah.
Um,
If any, yeah, I will give him a shot. If anybody wants to get into Warhammer, I would definitely recommend Oculus Imperia,
I'll make sure to include a link to him in the description as well.
and also shameless self plug. Go check out my videos on you on
Yep.
TikTok.
Link will be at the bottom as well. Please check them out. I will be live streaming on Thursday, playing a Quiet Place game. Those links will be in the bottom as well. We appreciate you guys listening. This episode's kind of all over the place. We're gonna, this upcoming week, we're gonna get our structure, uh, ironed out, and we're gonna have some. We're gonna get back to. We're gonna do werewolves next, for
So
the monster review, and so that'll be coming next Tuesday, as well as some other spooky things. We appreciate you listening, and as always, and like, comment, subscribe. Check out all the links below, all of our videos, stuff like his videos, my Twitch, and also, um, don't forget,
don't forget to have fun.
take care.
Peace.